Shalom everybody, hope you're doing well. Usually I say hope you had a good week, but right now I'm going to say hope you had a good year. Because we're ending one year and about to start another in the last few hours of this year before the new year begins. And it's something I believe that you can tangibly feel. You can feel that there's this energy, that there's a changing of the guard, so to speak, that there's a shift about to happen. And every single new year that we enter into is a whole new chapter of our lives, chapter of the world. But when we stand still before it, it's just a big unknown and it's a big mystery. And there's so many things to say about Rosh HaShanah, and on some level, like, what can we say at all? Right? How can we describe the feeling? How can we describe the experience? How can we describe what's going on, what we're about to enter into? Right? There are no words on the deepest level. And that's exactly why in the Torah, Rosh Hashanah is called Yom HaTruah. Right? It's the day of the shofar blast. And what is the shofar blast? It's a sound. It's no words. It's a sound that penetrates deep, deep into our soul, into our heart, into our being. Right? And without words, it communicates everything that we need to know. Rabbi Shlomo Carlebach brings on really beautifully that sometimes you just can't express what you want to say with words. You can't say what you truly mean with words. And that's exactly what the shofar is. On Rosh Hashanah, there's a dual communication happening. We're speaking to God. We're standing on Rosh Hashanah and we're saying, Hashem, Ata Melech. I don't know anything what's going on in the world. But I know that you're there. And I know that on this day I'm so close to you. I'm coming so close to the creator of all things, to the source of all things, to that which gives me life. And that's a powerful feeling. And when I'm standing in such an awesome, literally awesome moment, what can I possibly say? There's nothing I can say. And so I blow the shofar, or somebody blows the shofar, and I just stand there and I listen. And I know everything that I could possibly say is being said through that shofar blast. But at the same time, God is speaking to us. God's always speaking to us. We've said this many times before. Every single day, every single moment, all the experiences, all the things that we see in the world. But specifically on Rosh Hashanah, the transmission is coming through that shofar blast. And even though it's us who are blowing the shofar itself, right? How do we blow the shofar? We use our breath. Where does the breath come from? And it says specifically in the story of creation in the Torah that God blows into the first human being. So that first breath was the breath of God, and every single breath after that, of the multitudes of people that will live after, they all can link their breaths, every single one of their breaths, back to the original breath, the breath of God. So really it's our breath, which is really that which connects us so deeply to God, which is making that sound. So it's really God's gift of that breath, making that sound that's speaking to God, that's really speaking to us. It's a whole communication, it's a whole conversation. And when we stand on Rosh Hashanah and we hear the shofar, we can only close our eyes and just stand still. We'll hear everything we need to hear. It's like we're downloading wisdom, we're downloading understanding, that which we need for this new year. Every year is a different reality, it's a different world. What we used last year to understand this past year is not what we need now. It's literally like, so much of the world of technology is just a metaphor of what's going on in the spiritual world. Why are we constantly needing to download and upload and upgrade and all these different things in the world of technology? Because that's exactly what's happening in the world of spirituality as well. We can't stay with the same software. We can't stay with the same system, the same 4.0, 5.1, whatever it might be. We're constantly needing to move on, to go higher, to climb up. Right? That's what our tradition teaches us, that if we stay in one place, we're really falling. If we stay in one place, we're really already falling. There's no such thing as staying in one place. Right? And our physical world teaches that to us. Right? Sometimes it gets a little crazy, but the teaching that we can extract from it all is that the same thing is happening in the world, the realm of spirituality. We should always be striving, always be going forward. And the shofar every single year, and in just a few hours tomorrow and the next day when we hear the shofar blast, it's giving us the kelim, it's giving us the vessels, it's giving us the information, so to speak, that we need to move into this new realm, this new world, because it is a brand new world. Right? What is Rosh Hashanah called? The Rosh Hashanah, the head of the year. Right? Makes sense, head of the year. But HaShanah is also a language of shinui, of change. It's the beginning of it's the head at the beginning of a new change, of another change. Every year we're going through a change. Right? HaShanah itself is the gematria, the numerical value of the word HaShanah, right? Year in Hebrew, is 365. We're coming back, right, to that starting position again. Of course, we're moving forward at the same time in a spiral-like manner. But we're coming back to a point of creation. And Rosh Hashanah is the day that human beings were created. Rosh Hashanah marks the 6th day of creation. So when we were first created, and every single year when we're created. So we're not just celebrating what happened thousands of years ago. with the creation of humankind. We're celebrating today, tomorrow, right, of the celebration of this humankind, of this generation's humankind, of this year's humankind. And there's so many more things we can say, but we're just going to leave it in the realm of the shofar, right, the realm of no words. And just bless us all that we hear the shofar and we just hear so deeply not only God speaking to us, but ourselves speaking to us. We hear our own voices in the shofar. We hear the voices of our ancestors. We hear the voices of our children. We hear all the voices that ever were and ever will be, screaming out, crying out, calling out to us, helping us along our way, and just blessing us with so much goodness and so many positive things in our lives that this year should bring into the world, that this year should unfold with and really manifest. And I bless us, you and me, that this Rosh Hashanah should be a Yom HaTruah, a day of the shofar. That once we hear that shofar, we know we've arrived. We're in the new world. We're in the new year. And we're coming into our new selves. Parts of ourselves that we've never seen before. The world is waiting for all of us. So much love, so much blessing. So much love and so much blessing from the land of Israel. Shana Tova, Chag Sameach. May be a beautiful year, may be the year. All the best. Shalom.